this is the bit that we all love to see happen. And we have this happen many times in our life. And this is the creative infinite that I was talking about. And it's also the gratitude. And what's it about? It's about getting in the zone. And what does that mean? That means that we're no longer in that competitive world as an entrepreneur, fighting for work and sort of comparing ourselves to everyone else, you know, and even subordinating to certain people. This is where we're connected to our work and our purpose, and we're innovating solutions to new problems, or we're finding problems in our old solutions. So we're growing. So the masterpreneur lives in a world of transformation, okay? And we're going beyond. So that's a continuous process. So just because we solved one thing doesn't mean and we've seen that obviously in this world that we're in right now. We solve a problem, okay, and then there's a new problem that's going to arise out of our old solution. So it's that continuous transformation. And what does that sometimes get called? It gets called the super conscious. And that's our greater awareness. And this is the space we're working for. And this is when you get these downloads of these ideas and these creations, and you're transcending human conscious, and you're moving into objectivity instead of subjectivity, which is judging, but more an objective view. And obviously there's different ways of calling this the same thing. And thank you to Liezel for that, you know, to have different names. And Stephen Kotler likes to call it a state of flow, the rise of Superman. Jim Quick calls it the super brain. Athletes will tell you they're in the zone. In religion, you may call it God, Allah, Buddha. There's transcendence. It's even called magic. Yeah, so it's whatever it's called for you. That's what we're talking about here. It's the inspiration. And you are doing this many times when you're doing what you love and you're solving problems and you're in that zone. And the internet can call it, we can call it Wi-Fi as well. Obviously I love creative infinite because that's not competitive. And philosophers use the word the soul, which is the spirit of unconditional love. So it's when the subconscious and the conscious are now merging into evolution, just like a chrysalis turns into a butterfly. And so what we're doing here, we're not staying stagnant in this revolution. And I remember from Liezel's shift, if you were on that workshop, remember she had the man on the wheel, the revolution going around. And so what we're doing here when we're in this zone, we're in the field of phenomena. We can't quite explain it, but we're moving into that state of evolution. And that's what we're looking to do. So it's where the attention and the intention of what you want merge together. And I think this is really important because you're in a sphere of presence, and that will lead you to your next revolution, your next chaos that you have to order. So sometimes we're like, oh, like I'll stop here. I'll solve something. I can just stop what I'm doing. You see, I'm sitting back here because I'm like, okay, I'm done with this talk, right? I'll just sit back here. Am I okay to stop? And so obviously I'm moving into this revolution now. And that's what we're looking to do, the next level revolution though. And that's your next level world. So write down, what is that next level world? What is that challenge that you know inside yourself you need to step in? Put it in the comments and own it. Own that is your next evolution. You can see, because your next evolution becomes your revolution. So your next level of chaos that you need to go to. And you need to be able to bring it into that creative infinite to do it. So one of the ways is everyone writing in the comments, and I'll take some now, but I'm going to keep going so that I can get through. Is that all right? You're on mute there. So I'll just keep.
So we actually have, Andrew says, adding to the evolution of consciousness on this planet. It's, I'm not sure if that is a comment or whether it's answering
Super. Yes.
Nothing else so far. I think. Okay. Here we go. Andrew says it's answering.
I'm trying to warm you up here, and this is about engagement. And so when you're presenting, especially when it's an actual live, what you want to be doing is you want to be pulling your audience to you so that you can connect with them, because you can't see them when you're presenting. So what you want to do is like see what are other ways that I can get them to engage. And when someone types something or you write it down, you're starting to actually activated. It's moving from a thought to an action. And that's what we're looking to do when we do these comments.
So
yes,
we've got, Francesca says, construct of visions. And then Andrew, I don't know if you heard that Andrew said he was actually answering your question. And then, sorry, I don't know how you pronounce your name, Karen. Is it Karen Southgate? And as that happened, a comment came through. Finding a channel to express.
Oh, Karen.
It's, finding a channel to express the passion. Thanks for clarifying your name for me. It's very important to me to get that right. Fadi says, he says, complete the product, my product offering. Yeah. Alistair says, practice loving people, not just doing business. Okay, then Grace Jansen says, finding balance within me. Excellent stuff coming in.
Oh, super. Okay, so that's what we're looking to do, and we're looking to move into that next level, what it is for you, and stepping into that. And I want to say something about gratitude and what it is. You know, it's not that we say thank you. We're taught to say thank you a lot. You know, we say thank you for help, you know, making breakfast this morning. And this is a little bit different. And it's really easy to be grateful when things are going well. And we all know this. And we know that what's going to happen to you, you're going to be challenged. When you grow into the next level, there's going to be many things, many people, and many obstacles that you've already had, and you've got obstacles now that are going to challenge you to grow. And it's important to choose your challenge before someone chooses it for you. So to step into that next world and to actually take the challenge on means that you are choosing when you want to be challenged and to keep moving forward. And it was quite interesting. I got challenged before I stepped into it. I had this situation today that happened where I had an intention to help someone. And I just literally added this in very late now, a few hours ago, and it was twisted into something else that I didn't say. So you know that sometimes the message that you give may not be 100% clear, just like here, and it'll get twisted. And my first reaction was obviously emotional. My instinct kicked in, and I wanted to prove to that other person that I didn't actually say that, you know. And then I decided, let me go and look at this. Let me go look at what's happened here and what was the message for me. And then I wanted to see the benefits of how did this serve me, that this situation had happened. And when I saw how it served me, you know, where I needed to discern in that moment, it was about discernment of when to speak and when to be quiet and how much to help in a certain way. And there's different ways of helping. And there were other tools that I have to use. I felt this immense gratitude. And it actually helped me to include something in the bonus slides that I'm going to give to you that I'd kind of forgotten about. And it was from a business course. Can you believe this? I got a download because I got grateful. And this is why it's so important to talk about this. It's like when you get the goosies, but it's not cold. It's when you get a tear, but you're not happy nor sad. You're inspired. And I really felt inspired. And this course in 2004 was a business course. And we were given one evening to learn a poem which was sort of adapted into the first person. And you probably know it. It was If by Rudyard Kipling. And I've included it in the first person in your bonus slides. And it was quite funny. It just suddenly came to me. And I thought, oh my goodness, this is so relevant for what we're doing. And it starts a little bit like this. And it's like, I can keep my head when all about me are losing theirs and blaming it on me. I can trust myself when all men doubt me, but make allowance for their doubting too. And that's how it starts, but obviously adapted to the first person. And then there's a section in it, and I'm just making sure. And if I can bear to hear the truth I've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things I gave my life to broken and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. And this is just a little bit of it. And so that was a gift that came for me, and it's just beautiful. And that is what's happened to some of us. You know, we've had to change careers. We've had to rethink the way we do things in this world. And we've had to, you know, maybe lose everything. And this is some of us here. And then stoop and build them up with these worn out tools. And so I just think it's beautiful.